Bandit, yes, you made it on time, Bandit, but don't worry, I'm the one running late because I just had to quickly respond to a message on Discord. So it's just something about being a bot pushing my announcements out. I'm obviously going on to a different Discord to put the announcements there, which then gets disseminated. So hopefully, if I understood the way this bot's are going to work, I can be able to post on my Discord and it'll push out to all the other ones as well. Because I've noticed something weird because DJ keeps coming up in that particular Discord as well, but yet he's not posting that particular channel, but yet his posts get pushed out, and it's like, how's he doing it? So hopefully this bot will, the way this bot works, if I think it's working that way, is going to be the way it's going to end up working. Hey Hugo and Pen, welcome into the chat, mate. So yes, Apex servers today had maintenance, did they? Woohoo! So glory, hold and behold, the US and the EU servers are going to be receiving maintenance tomorrow morning as well. Let me just double check the announcements on what time we're actually having it, but oh yeah, go for it, mate. Right, yeah. So there's a few rookie mistakes I've made on my Discord. So hey, hope all is well. Heidi ho to everyone else. Hey John, welcome in, buddy. 90 minutes, I believe. Yeah, it's going to be a 90-minute offline. That bit I do remember off the top of my head. It's the actual time. Yeah, so it's going to be 8 a.m. in the EU servers. And then obviously we're going to run till 9:30. So what time that will be in the US servers, taking that back to at least the East Coast of America. That's at 3 o'clock in the morning. So most of you do not need to worry. Harmonica, you had a date tonight. We had a date. Okay, right. Forgive my thickness here, but I'm yeah, I'm not running on full steam at the minute. So, but yeah, so here in the UK, you're going to have maintenance in around about what, just over about 10 hours 43 minutes. So 22:30 live stream date. Huh? 22:30? Said what? I'm sure. Oh, are you telling me that I entered the bloody date wrong? So let's have a look. Okay, so I can't find it on there. Let's go into my channel. Live. Oh, okay. It's gone live, so it's I can't see what time I set it for. Okay, so I probably entered the wrong time zones. Germany time. Yeah, you guys were about an hour ahead of us, if I remember correctly, in Germany. So, hey, Damien, welcome in, buddy. 7:38 start time. Stream minutes. Started 3 minutes ago. You were 5 minutes late on our day now. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Right. Now I get you, Harmonica. Now I get you. Yes. Sorry, I do apologise. It's not very often I actually run late. Usually I'm relatively on time. It's the other content creators who can't seem to stick to time for some reason. Don't know what the problem, what it is, but I think it's just last minute technical adjustments that they need to do. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Hugo. That's right. Yeah. So, yeah, so Hugo, your time will be about 9 o'clock. All this maintenance starts tomorrow. What this maintenance exactly is, I presume it's more background work and everything. So whatever they're planning on releasing next month or in December, I really don't know. Or it could be some alterations to territory, because as we've seen from the announcements made by Eco today, was it today? No, it was Beck, I believed. No, not Beck. There was something about the Apex servers where there was an issue with territory, if I remember correctly. Something to do with the way everything fell with some merges or something like that. But because apparently the event Trailblazer, that's technically meant to start at event change tomorrow, is due to start here in the UK at 2 a.m. So in just over 4 hours time. 4 hours time. So yeah, with the start, and it's going to be with the start takeovers on the Apex servers. So obviously with the Apex servers being in front of us by around about 8 hours, so that 7 or 8 hours, that would actually work out about right. So, but as well, there's been another announcement in regards to forbidden technology, some major adjustments as well. These are now live and obviously will affect the baseline chances of Q's benevolence. So, yeah, so let's have a quick gander at that one, shall we? So while we start off, obviously we'll be going into the Monovene's sourcing as well tonight. I'm quite warm at the minute, actually, considering the temperature's not particularly high out there. So if we jump into this one, I don't think this one's actually going to be a good example, though. Maybe we can actually get with this one. So there have been some changes to Q's benevolence. As you can see, for some reason, I'm already starting on 10%. So I'm guessing that means because this one's already... It can't have already failed at 1 because it's only at level 1 of tier 1. So... Yeah, it's the same. I believe it's the same announcement, Hugo. The baseline upgrading chance for all forbidden technology has had their caps removed. This means that if your Q of Court and Ascension rank are at the proper level for the forbidden technology you're trying for, there can be 100% success. So, hey, Kenny, welcome in, buddy. Oh my God, did you say you were hot? Yeah, hot. I mean, whew. That's hat, she said as well. Okay, Kenny. Slightly confused there, but okay. I believe you. Oh, hang on. Right now, Eco's just now released another announcement. Oh, you're trying to be funny? Yeah, do worry. I believe you was trying to be funny, but I think the punchline sort of like went well above me today. I've been too invested in politics today. In your case, the limits are removed. Yeah. Okay. So, right. So, just on the maintenance thing, it's now been changed because Eco's just put an announcement out saying that it's going to start at 8 p.m. tomorrow. So, basically, in about 22 and a half hours. Not in the morning, tomorrow evening here in the UK. Obviously, that'll be around about 9 o'clock CE time. Yeah. I'm not quite sure what's going on there because it should have been the morning. So I'm actually just going to message link at Eco. You sure that's right time? Paste the link as previous announcement said 8 a.m. UK time. So let's just see if we can actually get a little bit of response on that one, a little bit more clarification. At prime time. Yeah, exactly, at prime time. So how do I get these new forbidden tech again? What you're going to need is you're going to need a key to open the queue of court of Q. It's a I suppose on one hand you could say it's a bit of a waste of time. The building, but it does have its uses when you finally get it up to level 15, which I'm still a long way off. But then again, I've not been doing Q's trials, so I just keep forgetting to do them, and to be perfectly honest, it bores the hell out of me. So you're going to get your building court of Q. Also, you're going to need this key to open them, and yeah, you just sort of like work up. Court of Q needs to be 25, I think. So are you on a right? Let's go into the refinery, because you do have a refinery option as well. This is what I mean. My mind's just literally not on par tonight for some reason. It wasn't really on par much last week. I don't know if most of you remembered. I was a little bit sort of like quite not with it. But no, let's have a look. The ones. So here we go. So like this one here, the Orion seismic charge, is one of the first two that you actually had. There's this one, and then there was the mining one. All started around about I think they were the first ones. Pretty much you just had to unlock the building, if I remember correctly. Now I'm actually 2 components short for doing Orion seismic charges, because I overspent on the mining one for some reason. I don't know how I managed to overspend on it, but apparently I did. So it's left me too short for getting that one. And obviously, I'm not going to go spend $100 just to actually get that. So, but yes, you got that. And then obviously your next ones are level 25. So as you can see, and then obviously you got level 40. So you do have to upgrade it, but you do have to be constantly doing huge trials to get the protomatter that you need to bring into this particular chest to turn in for this. But the problem is you also need this protomatter for upgrading your forbidden technology. And you don't actually get a lot. It's been changed back to 8 a.m. So I knew it was. So obviously Eco saw my comment and just looked at it. Oh shh. I'll leave it there. So, but yeah, so the protomatter is a bit of a point of contention for me, at least. I don't know how many other players would actually see it as an issue at the minute, but the one thing is, luckily though, with your building, and I was, yeah, save the day for Eco. It doesn't actually respond to me. But I do obviously make something clear, and it just like, oh crap, sort it. But if you actually look at the details over there, you'll see protomatter rewards. Mine is at current increased by 72%. So basically, when I look at the trials, and we get it loaded up, and we'll go into here, and you'll see how much protomatter I can have for completing a trial. Now, you'll continue to get this even if you finish the top line. So you're going to continue to get it. But the one thing is, I can take that 120 and I can add 72% to it. So, in actual fact, for doing this particular trial, if we actually look at it this way, so we've got 120 times 1.72. That's 72%, because obviously you've got to take your original amount as well when you actually do this. So basically, I'd actually be looking at 206 protomatter for every single trial that I do. I'm not going to put the 0.4 on there, but you've got the ablated armor at level 20, as well as the seismic charges, the mining 622. Yeah, I'm not going to say tetracyanite. Oh, wait, sorry, I just did. As well at 20. But I want the Ferengi Whip. Yes, the Ferengi Whip. That is some crazy, crazy shit. I am not going to lie. I double-checked the maths this morning to think, and I just thought, so, you know what, right? Based on the maths that I did off that video and looking at the screenshots provided that Bandit sent to me, which is what prompted me to add it into the video. And it's, Bandit, I worked you out about 23.5 times faster. I was looking at taking my just under 35-minute mining time, and it was knocking it down to just over a minute and a half. And I thought, yeah, that can't be right. But then when I look back at the screenshots that Bandit provided me, it was like, shit, yeah. Because his was dropped down. And let me see if I can... Right, so you're probably going to see some random pictures in here. So I do apologise for that. Right, so let me have a look. Yeah, see, look, some random shit in here. So download. That's the one we want. Here we go. So we called that one up. Please don't change the screen angle. There we go. Right, so we don't want that one. So this is the one he was actually mining at before the whip. Before the whip. Now, the original description of the whip says 8,000%. So that's around about 80 times more powerful. 80 times, right? But yet the new mining rate, and bearing in mind, that boost is on your base level. So that's not including all your research towards concentrated mining or raw latinum mining or your ordinary base mining. None of that is taken into account when it comes to the forbidden technology. It's your base. So whatever your feature mined at before all the research. Okay? But yeah, you went and spent the $50 on that whip, and you're changing that 42.5 minutes to just under 2 minutes. That is a rate increase of 23.5 times. Okay, now, like I said, this is on your base research. So what that percentage actually is going to be, it's not going to be the 8,000. It's going to be way higher. Way higher. It is... It's... I have no words for it. The only starship in your fleet that will come even close to this is the Discovery on Mycelium. That's the only ship that can come close to this. Because a tier 9, level 45... yeah, I do actually like that one, Hugo. The fact that Bex did actually put that. But yeah, so a tier 9 level 45 Discovery will mine an 800 mycelium node in around about 49 seconds. To be honest, I can make it even faster by putting what shit was it I used to use? I think it was the Horizon with the Ferengi mining crew, and I could knock that down to 41 seconds. But the only starship with a natural ability with no mining boost that would even come close to this was the Discovery. It's the only one that comes close. So yeah, I can put my feature out for an hour, 2 hours, and I will mine a node, not this size node. I mean, this is in the obscure areas that you're never going to get to till you're at least Ops 49. But the maximum node I've got is a 235,200 node. And I can mine that in literally just on, warp 230 range. So it's quite far out, this particular node. But mine, I can mine in just under 35 minutes. And I will do 3 hits on that. I'm using maximum protected. So I've got about 605 protected cargo. As you saw in the video, I was 630,000. So I was about 25k over OPC. But the one thing is I'll go up to 705,000 before I pull it in. Nobody hits me. But yeah, I'm out there for 2 hours. Yes, fine. I'm focused on heavy mining, doing this. But then I can actually fill my Devore feature like that. There's no point me sending it with a protected mining crew on anymore. I might as well just send it with a maximum cargo capacity crew, mine around about 2 million concentrated latinum in half an hour. Literally half an hour. But the one thing is I'm going to be watching that screen. So if anyone's coming after me to catch me OPC and hoping to come out with a nice big pile of loot, yeah, sorry guys, I've seen you coming. I'm running like fuck. There's no questions about it. I'm running. I'm going to take that bugger home. Yes, I do believe in giving back to the server. And if you catch me OPC, crack on. Take the damn thing. It's my fault for leaving the damn thing there. But if I'm watching, I guarantee I'm taking the damn thing home. I had it the other day. I was online. And I had 3 oxygen miners out. Saw one of them coming under attack. Caught the other 2 straight back in. Save it. Make sure I protect what I've mined. But if I'm offline and I'm OPC, come and take it. That's the way I see it. So, but anyway, did you remember way back when Scopely screwed up the Devore mining research as well? Scopely does not know how the lat mining works. Yeah, let's not even get started on that one, Hugo. That's ridiculous. And it's like even when the bought the feature in first time, it was absolutely stupid. Yeah, it was just ridiculous. I have a player that comes back after a year. I have a player that has come back after a year's break. What's the best advice I can give to him? Play the game their own way. That is literally the best way that we can say it. If you want to spend. If you want to play free to play it. Trust me, you can do this game very easily free to play. Yes, you're not going to end up with all the big fancy officers or the big fancy ships straight away. Who freaking cares? Who cares? There's a Vidar Talios running around with an interceptor strike team, OPC hunting. I'll tell you what I say about that player. They're a freaking chicken. They're a freaking chicken of being caught. Literally. If you're going to fly around in a Talios OPC hunting with the interceptor strike team, right? If you're going to do that, you're a chicken. Put a max cargo crew on it. Make sure you can take as much as you can and get much back to your base. That's the way I see it. Unless you're going to take that Talios into a full-blown PvP combat against another warship. Now, I do understand the interceptor strike team on the Talios, OPC hunting. You want to make sure that your Talios is well defended. But you're out there OPC hunting. So you're watching the screen. So you're going to see someone coming, so you can run like hell with the cargo that you've already stolen. But I suppose that's going to be a rant for the update on the OPC video. So I am planning that. I'm just going to figure out how to do it without swearing so much. But another idea, move base to Wolf, no warp time for Latinum mining in that. Yeah, I think you'd be draining those nodes in like 10 seconds flat, to be perfectly honest. No, all nodes will be available. All nodes will be available. Kenny, is that in response to Bandit's comment about obviously moving yourself to Wolf 359? I mean, Wolf 359 is an adequate system to move to. Nor won't. Oh, okay. But no, Wolf 359 is an adequate system to move to for concentrated latinum mining. I can't even dispute it. And to be perfectly honest, it's the only system we actually have
you okay?
Yeah, what's up?
There's a lot of banging in there. We don't know where it came from, so.
Not here. I haven't decided jumping yet. Okay, bye. There's a banging going on. Yeah, not me. I'm not jumping around just yet. But probably bouncing off the walls a little bit. But yeah, so 1359 is the only system with concentrated latinum nodes in it. That's a hub system. But the downside to that is you can only get 20 stations in there because there's only 2 planets with 10 spaces each. So right, let's get the game back up. So, hey JT, welcome in, buddy. So yeah, how do you get the whip? Money, money, money. It's so funny in Scopely's world. Yeah, sorry, I'm just going to change the lyrics. Watch me get a copyright strike for repeating that line. So I normally get a copyright claim because of certain music, but obviously I've not got the music on at the minute because it stopped because I was actually playing off YouTube some free music. But I'll put my normal trash on because it is free content, so which means if I get a copyright claim, that's absolutely fine. Corvette has CLAT for low systems. All right, yeah. So if there's a low level system one, then that's brilliant. That's in Cleon space, isn't it? That would be. Right words, wrong tune. Yeah, I can't sing in tune to save my life. Literally, I can't. But let's have a quick gander. Oh, hang on. I'm really trying to work out what system this is because it starts at level 36. You need Q25 for that one. Yeah, I would not be surprised. I mean, it's going to be a long ass time before I get Q25. I'd actually have to invest in doing my this one. Yeah, so you've got this one for low level players, but it's not a hub system. So trust me to put one song on, and then next thing I get is a pile of pissing adverts on it. So that's what you get for actually doing free stuff. But this system is a hub system, and it contains the CLAT nodes. So, and obviously the next system down from it, which is Sirius, again that contains some CLAT, but it's not a hub system. So yeah, if you want to do a fair whack of mining on CLAT, I mean, the one thing is, Kenny, that I need to, before I can give the more adequate advice for them, I need to know obviously what level they are. Have they come back in to play the game from the beginning, or are they picked up where they left off a year ago? So, I mean, it's easy for players to do either. I mean, literally, I've been running the idea in my head of really kicking my Twitch account into some sort of gear with a fresh account and play the game from start, pure free to play, and make whacker videos and just literally edit off it like Tiberius does. He'll stream on Twitch and he will crop aspects out of it to make a video, and he'll include some of the comments that he was actually got in those streams. Lube sometimes does it as well. He was doing it at one point, but I think he's actually making more like YouTube specific videos now. Obviously, they're not as frequent as what like me, Rev. Yeah, actually, I think it's only me and Rev so far. I think there's a couple of others on YouTube I've seen, but they're not really. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how big they are. But yeah, I know me and Rev are the primary ones that release on YouTube. So obviously my video content has gone down a bit, but this is why I was thinking about the video, doing the live stream on Twitch, starting the game from the beginning and just explaining everything. I mean, it's probably going to be worth a good video anyway. But as well, I was also looking at potentially twinning my stream up, my YouTube stream up with Twitch at the same time. But again, that's something I'm working on. So you might see odd live streams appearing on my YouTube channel. Obviously, no announcements about them. They'll just pop up and obviously me working with it. But there won't be the face cam. That's the downside to it. So there'll be no face cam. So you won't get... So thankfully, you won't, on those, you won't get to see my ugly mug. But yeah. So... but yeah, so yeah, Q25 for the whip because it is a rare. So, but no, its mining speed is phenomenal, and in all honesty, it does actually make me want to actually start investing in the whip tier 1. Well, it doesn't say that I need 25. Hang on, let me have a look a little bit further up, because it's probably going to be further up. No, it's not. I know you've got to go mine. What's this? I've not actually been through this refinery very much. Oh yeah, this is yeah. So that gives you all the details. That little details is a nice QOA little thing added in. A QOL, sorry, QOL or QL, quality of life. It's a nice little addition. I do like it. So you can work out whether or not it's going to be worth. But I don't know. Getting the whip obviously is going to cost me that $50 to do. So it's a question of, do I really want to waste money on it? It's certainly worth it, but in a sense, and this is where the downside to this comes, is like your latinum, obviously I can't pull it till tomorrow, but the concentrated latinum, you can only pull so much per day. So would it be a case of I just go out, mine the frack out the node, and then not worry about it for about a week? Because I worked out to do my 2 chest pull on a tier 9 feature, all I need to do is around about 4 million raw concentrated latinum. That's all I need to do. That will last me 7 days. It'll literally last me 7 days. So it's like, do I want to do that, then not mine for the rest of the week? Great, that's one extra thing off my plate. So I just can't wait until I get the tri-lock at 1 billion, because that's a new video, and that's going to take some weight off my shoulders about what to do. But obviously I'll be looking at where do we go from there. But I still got about 316 million to go before that one. So, I mean, let's have a quick gander. So, if they got to reach out to a constant gameplay, so reach out again to constant gameplay, but certain ships to catch up with the ops level that had been disregarded, or no playing for their release puts them in a situation. Kenny, I'm really slightly confused there. Let's break it down to the beginning. Have they started the game again, or picked up where they left off a year ago? In which case, if they've picked up where they left off, what level are they at? That will give me the best idea to offer the best advice. Because I really need to break it down. Oh, I'm at 305 million. So, yeah, I'm looking at potentially, what, about another month? Give or take. Picked up at 43. So, right, so straight back in at G4. G4 uncommon ship is an absolute must. I would highly recommend going for the... Oh, freaking hell, what's his name? Valdor. Get the Valdor. Don't worry about the Kelvin, because you're not going to need it. Pick up Voyager when they can. Pick up the Defiant when they can. If they've got the feature, brilliant. If not, by all means, crack on, get it done. It will help them with warp range while they work on getting Voyager as well. But they will need the original Devore at level 41 at least before scrapping it to get the full amount of blueprints, 120 blueprints to build the feature. What else can I say? The Titan, yes, I definitely would recommend going after it because some of the research is actually pretty good, and the fact that it allows you to boost other players is also good. I've just reached tier 6 for mine, so it's slowly leveling up. It's actually gone past the Cerritos now, but the Cerritos research is pretty much maxed out. Literally nearly maxed out. I've got 3 pieces of research to do on the main thing, and then the other 3 that take the Titans research currency. They're on their way up to level 8 tonight. In first thing in the morning, they'll actually hit level 8. To be honest, I could probably clear them off now, but I want to get that extra bit of Latinum first. But yeah, definitely make sure that they've got the Valdor. Make sure they've got the Talios as well. They will need the Talios. And I'd tell them just to stay at 43 for a while. Work through the game. The resource payments have just gone up in the game last month. So they're going through the battle pass. They're going to get a fair whack of resources and materials. So they don't need to worry too much. And just generally work on the dailies. And that's pretty much it. There's not a lot much else that they could really do. But yes, it's just a case of getting themselves back into the game. Go around the map, figure out what's new, what wasn't here a year ago when they started that break. Exborg research factions. Getting the Exborg stuff. Absolute must. An absolute must. And what I'll do, obviously you are going to know this, but let's put it on the screen because visuals are easier to digest than me just babbling on and on and on. So once the game catches up with me, the downside to being on mobile phones nowadays, unfortunately, the lag is stupid. Obviously, every player was going to play to their own strengths and weaknesses. So, no, that's absolutely fine, Kenny. So what they're going to definitely want to be looking at in here is the sweeps. Swarm sweep, Romulan sweep, Klingon sweep, Federation sweep. Absolute musts. Swarm refinery, an absolute must. In all honesty. If they want to spend some money, then yeah, fine. Get that. But that's if they want to spend money. And then just generally work through this tree as and when they want to. I mean, me, as you can see, I've got a lot of lit green arrows. I will not be touching this store again until I get the treasury in November. When I get my free treasury in November. Because obviously I'll get like 1 million Latinum. I can work through it. The feature will give you much needed light. It will. Like I say, at my tier 9, 2 chests, I can pull 11,000 Latinum a day. And trust me, that goes straight into research. I don't save it up. Away teams is also another good one. Make sure that tell them to make sure that they're doing their away teams. And focus on the rainbow ones and Latinum. For definitely. They don't have a max G3 at level, and it's a grind to do anything more. Yeah, right. Being at level 43, sadly, the amount of G3 he's going to get on a free-to-play path is not very high. But it's still enough to him eventually actually be able to get them leveled up. And having those G3 epics is going to be a massive advantage. I still use the Enterprise from time to time. And I've got a tier 7 Newton. I've got a tier 7 Newton, and I still use my maxed Enterprise. I use it on the freebooters, and it will smack those level 52s. So, yeah, I can send it out. Obviously, if your alliance has got the opportunity to go for the Gilded Pickle, then I would probably recommend he works on that as well. But again, I don't know how well your server works when it comes to territory. Are you a diplomatic server, or are you the ones that just blow the frack out of each other over anything and everything? So, because obviously Scopely really have started to push this PvP mechanic. Not like I don't think many servers that didn't partake in it are partaking in it anymore. For your information, I maxed export. Oh wow! And in 2 days, I'll get the material research. Nice. And component boost, also very important. Yes. Yeah, just don't skip your export. Yeah, make sure that you do those freebooters. They're absolutely vital. And the best bit is for the freebooters, he only needs to kill 6 of them at his level. So level 43s, 6 level 43s. Make sure he crews his ships out correctly and he uses the correct type of ship. So, but again, when it comes to freebooters, check out one of my videos. Check out Rev Juices. I think Ultimate DJs has also done a video on that, which is released onto YouTube. So, yeah, you will need 7 freebooters, though, to do your swarm dailies. You will need 7. But it's easily done. And it saves you the travel time. It saves you running around the system after killing about a dozen to 20 swarm just to complete your dailies. It is. That's a big spend because researches are costly, 145 days times, etc. Yeah. If he's got any researches like that, 145 days, hold off. Don't do them yet. Just hold off. Look for any research. Say like, well, what's this one got? 39 days. Okay, that's acceptable for me to do that as a base of 1 piece of research per day. There's going to be nothing else in here. What's this Meridian one? Oh, here we go. Like 11 days. 11 days just to increase my Meridian. So work on some of these, and what you'll find is research. They struggle on freebooters with the ship power that they have. 220-day research, just pay Latinum. Yeah, that's what I do, Hugo. I just use Latinum. That's why I've never got a lot of Latinum, because it's constantly going on research. I'm just trying to think, because obviously I'm 3 levels above him, but I've got a fair whack of research behind me. So it's like, I can go after some of these. I can send a crappy ship after some of these. So a purely free-to-play player doesn't have yes, they can do. But again, you will need the feature for that one. Like I said, mine's tier 9. It took me 9 months to get it there. Got it there. I'm pulling 11,000 lat a day. And I still do the other older lat now because I get 1,500 of that on a 2 chest pull a day as well. So that's giving me 12,500 a day. That's roughly... let me work this one out. That's about 42 days worth of research. 42 days worth. Yeah, 300 a day for 12,500. It's 42 days. Doesn't seem like a lot. It doesn't seem like a lot. This is why I say work on his research, get himself into a routine of doing like 1 a day. It's like this one, materials, 32 days. That's going to fall inside my 12,500. So it's one that I would happily consider. Yes, it's only going to give me a 2% boost, but it's also going to give me 15,000 power boost as well. So, because that power boost can also make a bit of a difference as well. Surprisingly. Yeah, it's just working towards it. The ones to avoid in this, though, is the attrition ones. Friggin' heck, don't touch them. Just don't touch them. I mean, they start off small, 4 days. Oh, fine, whatever. Don't touch them. Don't do them. Absolutely complete and utter wasted time. So, but no, a pure free-to-play player can get a fair whack of Latinum a day. And if your away teams actually drop, nicely for you, if they drop nicely, and we'll go into here. Host ambassador, I'm not quite sure what's contained now. Okay, so I don't have any Latinum missions and at current, but it's if you get a Latinum mission, get it done. Get a clue on it. The Latinum's going to be in the. I think this one had Latinum on it. So obviously I didn't get the critical, but it's going to be in the critical area. So let's just see. No, one hasn't dropped. Unfortunately, it's going to be 7.5 hours. It's a shame they don't give us those refresh tokens anymore. I could do with refreshing that one. But, yeah, just... so the rainbow ones, obviously, make sure it does them to get all the... can't click on that. All the shuttlecraft ones. Latinum as well. And the ones with faction credits as well, if you want to work on them as well. So, away teams is definitely one to work on. I definitely can't deny that one. So, I put a lot into my Latinum away team mission, 90%. Yeah, exactly. I try and bang as much as I can in. I've worked on specific officers with the traits to get them as best I can for the Latinum missions. I agree, but to be honest, the process of playing at a high level with no backup resources is a struggle. Yes, I'm not going to lie. It is a struggle. There was a periodic time where I would just literally dump all the backup resources I had into my raw, just to make it look like I've got a fair whack. That's why I've got 2.7 trillion steel. Some of that is just basically me dumping into it. Oh, hello, we got some news. We got some news. But sweepstakes? Here we go. So Eco's announcement's changed to 8 AM now. Brilliant. So it's finally come through on my phone. Right, so what's this? There'll be different ways for the whole community to get involved and grab with a new grand prize each month. We'll be updating the schedule throughout the celebration, but don't want to spoil anything too far. So, yeah, so it looks like they're going to be running everything. So, what's that? 16,000 so far. Still have to level Riker, Eurydice, and Troy to level 30. But I finally found an excellent officer XP source. Yeah, yeah, we get officer XP and all that. Yeah, because I keep building up a fair whack of officer XP. And to be honest, actually, I never even thought about where am I getting all this bloody officer XP from? Well, yeah, it's from the away teams, isn't it? So we've got a anniversary avatar sweepstake. Yay! October Legacy Reel. Now, for those of you who haven't seen the advert put out by Scopely, there's something to do with the Legacy coming on the 16th of October. So that's next week. And we have to go. Thanks for the content. We'll catch you. Yeah, no problem, Kenny. So live long, prosper, mate. Thank you for joining us. And I hope we've been able to provide enough information for you to give to that player. So, right. If you would give me 100 million officer XP, I could spend seconds... And I'm still crying for what? Yeah, exactly, Hugo. Exactly. I definitely agree with that one. So, but yeah, so Legacy Real Sweepstakes. Yeah, I mean, you can see what we've got, what you got to do here. I mean, it's like, it's not, it don't really float my boat and everything. Design your own in-game avatar. Oh my lordy. I know there's one event, something coming up where you're going to get to go to Paramount Pictures and sit through a screening of one of the older movies. We basically can call them older now. They're like, the turn of the millennium movies, or like 1990s movies or something like that. 87, 95. Yeah, I think it's one of the 97 or 99 movies or something like that. But yeah, I saw something about that. But yeah, so I mean, check out the news and see what that says. But it's nice the fact that we're using the in-game news to announce this rather than plastering it all over Discord. Although Discord is actually the quickest way to get any information. First Contact, that's the one, yeah, 1997. No, First Contact was 99, wasn't it? So I do actually love that movie. What do you think about the Spend event this last weekend? I didn't do it as I don't trust Scopely RNG. JT? Exactly. Exactly. Would you really trust Scopely to organise a piss up in a brewery? Hell, they couldn't even get the Ferengi whip right. They screwed that one up, but it was actually a benefit for the players. So, but yeah, so no, I wouldn't let them organise a piss up in a brewery, in all honesty. So, I don't know if you've already talked about it yet. What did you think about Dr. Talan? JT was faster than me. I've heard she's broken. Obviously, I've not got her. She seems like a good officer, but I also heard apparently she's the answer to PvP. Apparently. So no, I mean I'm not going to try. If they're going to run that kind of event where you've got to do that event to get a specific type of currency to bring it to the to bring it here. So what is it you got to do first? You got to bring it in here into this particular chest. You're going to get a guaranteed set of tokens, and then you're going to get a chance on something else here. Oh, there's actually an I button. Yes, you got a 50-50 chance to get 10 shards. Woo! 3 chance to earn Talan shards. Nice. Okay. And then what was it down the bottom here? You got a chance to get one of those tokens, but again, you need all these currencies as well. You need all this. And then you're going to take what you got there, pray and hope you've actually got enough to go in here. And there was no way in hell you were going to do this in one weekend. Because apparently you was only going to get enough to do a 50 shard pull. Okay. 50 shards. Yeah, do you see the problem? This is not a 50 shard pull. This is a full unlock. So, but anyway, no, she's not the answer to PvP. Papa Joe is right, unfortunately. Bubba Joe is usually right. I'm just going to say that. He's usually right. And I love it when he puts DJ back in his place. Scopely has to cripple hull breach, passive ability to fix PvP. Yeah. God, before they had the next gen officers in there. Yeah, I heard about that one as well. It was saying. It was I think it was Tiberius who put it in a comment in the CC's chat about I'd love more shards of Troy, and it's not this one. It was another chest then. But it was absolutely right. There was a chest with the next gen crews. I was like, really? So, oh, we get to pull an officer. We get to pull an officer. Who are we going to get today? There we go. Oh, beaming in now. We got Tindy. We got Tindy. It was that chest. It was that chest. They've obviously taken it out then. Oh my lordy, please don't start this. Jesus Christ, it's only freaking 10:30. So there we go. We've got a shard towards Tindy. So, but yeah, so no, I wouldn't trust Scopely's RNG. So like we said, I mean, what is it? We need 4,800 of these, right? You're going to get, so you need about 48 chests. Yeah. On a shockingly crap RNG, you're going to need 48 chests. So that's going to be 12 times the 4 chest pull. 12 times. 12,000 of those tokens. I don't recall seeing 12,000 in there. I really did not recall seeing 12,000. Obviously, that's the top line. That's if you get shockingly bad RNG. The fact that you can't get that RNG one at the end there. So, but yeah. I mean, I suppose a chance to get some more Garon shards won't be too bad. Even though he's an officer I literally don't use. He goes on away teams with the... for the Chancellor ones. But, yeah, I mean, it's like... I could do with some more Beverly Crusher shards, though, to get her closer to max now, make her a lot better. The only upside to completing the Tahan event for you, Admiral Pegasus, would give you a pretty good chance of unlocking build-ups for your account. Yeah, it would. But to be perfectly frank, right, I don't need to worry about that little bit. Because if we actually run over to the events, if we can just click on the buttons... God, there's too many bloody buttons to push. But if we go on the events, there's an event in here right now. It's 3 days long. Replicated goods. It's an SLB. Right. Labour Party. I wonder what they're releasing now. But as long as I score within the top 5, I get 11 shards. Unlocked. That's build-ups unlocked. So, yeah. Now, I'm going to wait closer to the end. So I'm going to wait the full 3 days, 18 hours. And then I'm just going to bash a load of replicated tokens through and see how many I've got by then. And if we actually look at it right now, I'm not quite sure how many I've got. Event store. So I've got 51,000 right now. So 51,000 and 1.8. So that's 51,000 points I'm actually going to get right now. And if I click on the leaderboard, looking for the top 5, I'm not even going to make the top 5. I'm not even going to make the top 5 on this one. So, I mean, 51,000. Looking at some of these, perhaps I should have be somewhere in this region. You're waiting for the daily officers events. Mainly Hawaii. Yeah, that's what I always go for them at times. So I'm going to end up at least 14th if I actually did them all now. I don't think I've done all my events for today, though. I don't think. So, which one? I've still got this one to do. So there's a full 6,000 there. So that's going to give me 57,000. We've got this event as well. Let me have a look. So I've got 3,000 in. All right, so that's going to take me to 60,000. So that's going to take me to 60,000. It's not going to take me long to do those last 94 points. So, and then we've got this event here, which will give me another... Let's have a look. So what we got there. 600, 900, 1,800, 3,600. So, yeah, so I'm looking at 63,000. 63,600 once I completed this event. But the one thing is, yeah, this is a 7-day event and I need, yeah. So, actually, to be perfectly honest, right, I wonder. Let me just see if this is going to work. Now, some of you who are experiencing the game, you're going to have an idea what I'm thinking right now. Because I'm going to just say this one, Elite Battle Pass. That's all I'm going to say on this one. No, I do that in the mornings. I do that in the mornings. That's where I'm going. Yeah, I'm going to try it. Let's just see. So what I've got? Ooh, I can get a fair whack out of this. So yeah, I'll be definitely doing the Mantis ones tomorrow. I get, what is it? I get 5,000? No, 4,500 in that. So, right. So we're gonna do that. So that's give me what was it? Syndicate XP down here, 1700, 3420, 3420. Woo! Massive numbers. Now I didn't see anything appear on the screen. So yeah, I don't think. Oh, hang on. Yeah, it's worked. It's definitely worked. So that's definitely going to come up tomorrow because I'll be able to claim the rest of that tomorrow. How far did those pulls get me? You are joking me. Oh my god! Seriously? 80 points short of the top spot. Okay. That's daft. That is just so daft. I literally cannot believe that. 80 points short. So yeah, so a single pull tomorrow morning, that's going to be done. I don't even need the mantis, just my normal pull. We'll clear that one off in one go. So right, let's get this buffer time finished as well, because here we go. It's not lucky. I wouldn't have said lucky. I did my 2 dailies and 1 mantis pull completed event. Yeah, exactly. I've got my dailies, which obviously the yellow dot. I've got my syndicate pull, obviously at the top, and then I've got my mantis pulls. So until the event timer runs out, you would have finished the event several times. Yeah, you would have. Yeah, that's what I was going to do. I was going to get that event completed, wasn't I? So let's do that. I don't go too far when it comes to alliance contributions. My titanium is one thing I absolutely want to keep. So is my dilating from my research. So I'm quite happy to blow some steel on it. And latinum, yeah, I'm definitely not spending that. So there we go. So what's that just completed then? Oh, it completed buffer time. Oh, yeah, that's what I was wanting to complete, wasn't it? Buffer time. Stupid idiot. But yeah, so... And then I've got Peanut's plan to do. So there's another 6,000, isn't there? Yeah, so... Let me just think. Have I got the crew? Yes, I have. I have got the crew. Yeah, I could have done. But contributing to my alliance is a little bit more... A bit more use. Obviously, when they finally bring in the idea of the Starbase actually having these donations, having all the resources inside it, would actually make it more beneficial. But until then, we've got to wait. So let's have a look at this. The monotheme will fix your titanium and dilithium bottlenecks. Before I barely had 5 to 10 billion. Now I'm close to 100 billion. Ship's such a big help. Yeah, I can't wait. And literally, obviously, it's going to take me 11 weeks to do. Which is nice. It's not going to take me 100 days or, hell, 200 days. Or, heaven forbid, the worst case scenario I was really looking at was over 4 years. That was the worst case scenario I was looking at. And I'm glad that Scope has not done that. So the polls that they've actually done for that is actually good. And that will actually bring us nicely into talking about the Monavine sourcing. Now, it's obviously a bit of a shitty deal, the fact that only the tier 3 sectors have got it, and it's only half of them. But, yeah, obviously Scopely do want to encourage all the PvP that they can in the game. But again, it is a shitty deal to try and force a load of players to have to spend money that they don't want to do. And obviously, if we take a look at some of the alliances that we've got, and alliance leaderboard, so it's like here we've got the top 3 alliances. We've got 300, My Alliance, Apex, and we've got Star. We've all got G5 players in our alliances. The Musketeers also got some G5 players. UEV have also got some G5 players. Black Watch Fleet, yes, I think they have. You and I have. AG has got a couple of G5 players in. Terra, yeah, I'm not quite sure if they've got any G5 players in. Xford, I think they've got 1 or 2. Borg, I think they've only got 1 or 2. But the one thing is, most of these on this list, even with some G5 players, are literally no match, in perfect honesty, for the top 5 here. The top 5 alliances. We've all got tier 3 sectors. All of us. I mean, I'm not quite sure who's got the other one. I think it's UNIA who have got the other one. But we've all got it. And it's going to be very, very difficult for an alliance to shift us. Very difficult. So, in a sense, I don't think it's fair on a lot of free-to-play players to be told, sorry, you need to go to one of the big alliances that have actually got the territory to actually get this. I don't think it's fair to tell them that. But, like I said, Scopely want to encourage PvP. Yeah. I don't think this is the best way around it. I mean, it is supposed to be a territory, a PvP area. It's supposed to be a massive PvP area where there's fighting in each sector every single day. But obviously, it didn't turn out that way. So, right. So, now, I'm going to leave you some music for a little bit because I've just got to nip to the little boys' room, but I'll be back as soon as I can.
This is 40-year-old Kathy, mother of 2 and self-confessed telly-addict.
Oh, look at you. That's brilliant. Well done.
This is also Kathy, working as part of a team to keep things calm at her local prison.
Listen, speak to me.
And helping someone's son write his first letter home in 8 months.
Well done, you should be really proud.
Thank you, miss. An extraordinary job, done by someone like you. Search prison jobs now.
Amazon Prime Big Deal Days are here, with 2 days of epic deals on electronics, home, kitchen, and more. You'll feel like you've scored big.
We're live as Ian unboxes his epic deal. Oh, he's got the tape off. He's opened the left flat. Now he's tackling the right. Oh, it's a blender! It's a blender! He must truly feel like a big deal.
Amazon Prime Big Deal Days are the 10th and 11th of October, exclusively for Prime members. Shop now. Holding on to you, holding on too tight. Don't wanna let go, can't we? Let this moment live until the end of time. It's a scary world, filled with so much doubt. I can't be sure, but will you stay with me and let this all play out? All we have is one more night. Don't be sad, I know we'll be alright. Facing the unknown. When it's time, I'll let you go.
Sorry about that, guys. Right, so what gives more, Monavine or Swarm Prime as far as resources? Monavine. I'm going to say the Monavine. On my server, top 3 alliances like to band together and bully all the others. Sadly, even INA, Big Alliance, we are no match for the past. No, I said one thing is when you get alliances banding together, it can be very difficult to stand up to them and fight them. The idea of PvP that scopely cobbled together does not work and will never work. It's a giant lose-lose concept, not a single benefit. Please do not mention base raiding. Oh, don't worry, I'm not going to get into base raiding. That's like one of the biggest pain in the asses I find in the game. A lot of players actually still do like doing it. Great, brilliant. But me, I'm sorry, I've never known a bank robbery where you're going to go in and you're just basically going to strip that base raid that bank for hours and hours and fight off the police at the same time. You have a standoff. You threaten to shoot a few prisoners, but eventually you stand down because you know for a fact you're not getting out of there alive, unless you're like Ocean's 11 or 12 or 13. You ain't getting out of that bank alive with that thing, so you might as well just give it up. Obviously, if the player comes online and shields, then obviously that stops you. But when you raid a bank, you want to get in, get the loot, get the hell out of Dodge before somebody turns up. Not spend hours and hours trying to drain it. And that's why it's like I don't even like the amalgam for it, because it just doesn't do it for me. It really doesn't. But like I said, there are players out there who love it and who still boast pulling billions and billions with the amalgam. Yeah, fine, you can pull it from a base with trillions and trillions. But yeah, so now I'm going to go take on this 56. Complete that event. But yeah, so with the Monavine, it's going to take me 11 weeks to do. which is fantastic. And I really can't wait to start getting into that loop. So, I mean, I can spend the next 11 weeks putting the Newton out there every single night just to mine that, just to grind out that little bit of loot that I can put towards it, so I can get straight on with the refinery. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be expensive in repair costs, like, but so what else did I say talk about tonight? I can't remember what else was said. I know I put the monovine and the maintenance. I made it on the announcement in Discord. I just can't remember for the life of me what I said. There was one other thing. On the Ferengi whip. Yeah, so basically we've talked about everything, haven't we? So, hey, we've covered everything. Got the agenda done. But, yeah. It's nice with the Monovine as well, the fact that they have actually put the auto grind in him. But the PvP side of it? Really? Did we need that? So, let's have a look. Can I actually do any of those solo armadas in there? Obviously, I'm not going to do one tonight, because that means that I'm having to pull my Newton back. And obviously at the minute is Klingon rep grinding. They really need to organise all this. We've got way too much loot in here now. So I got 2 rare formation armadas. I've got 4 uncommon formation armadas. Nice. And oh yeah, I've got 2 shipyard solo armadas. Okay, so that's not bad then. Shipyard credits, I've got 1295, so just under 1300. So building up on my net chips nicely. But yeah, exacted biotoxins. Is that available for me to pull right now? I can't remember. If it is, I'll have to wait till morning when I can do it in amongst everything else. Oh yeah, it's there for me. So what's the 3 chest plot? Despite using all this boosting, I still can't. Yeah, 66,000. So I can't reach that one. So Voyager parts as well. Oh yay. Oh yeah, another good source of Latinum as well is if you really want another source of Latinum. For me, as you can see, I've got a tier 6 Voyager by the things on the top. But look how much Latinum I'm pulling out of this. 8,000. That's about 2/3 of what I'm pulling through the Latinum refinery. And obviously this goes up the tier of your Voyager. So to me, that 8,000, that's another, what? Let's have a think, 20, 30 days. So it's another month's worth of research. Literally another month. So, I mean, it's good, yeah. And then obviously the pulls, nice. The medium pull is always your biggest. It's the one you're most likely to get. But it's like even for a change in this in fact, any of these in the refinery, the small pull is always the lowest. It's the lowest. It's brilliant. But obviously I pull the battleship parts of the mix. I'm trying to get my Newton up. Hang on, hang on. I said tier 7 earlier, my Newton, didn't I? No, it's still tier 6. It's because I'm dreaming it was tier 7. I'm dreaming. So, thanks to this tier 6 chest, I was able to tier up four features. Yeah. I mean, I'm out of that chest, I'd be getting loads and loads of bits and bobs. But obviously, at the minute, I've gone to working on the battleship parts to do the sort the Newton out and get it up to the next level. And then obviously I'll go back to pulling the feature one, so it's going to allow me to get that research done a little bit faster, as I'm aiming to get the Newton tiered up to 7 by the end of this month. Should be easy. The only thing that's slowing me down is the rare ore, but I've got a fair whack of rare ore still to come in the battle pass, so that's nice. I mean, if we have a look at what I've still got left in the battle pass to actually get out of it. So it's like, so let's get the calculator out ready so we can add all this up and put it there, clear it off. Right, so the first one we've got for the rare ore is 627. And then this one is 656. So bear in mind, like I said, this is just the rare ore that I'm looking at. Oh, hang on, the next one's actually tucked in behind the calculator. So pull that up a minute. So there's an extra 1,045. And then on the last row, we've got 1,093. So that's how much rare ore I've still got to pull from the battle pass. That's actually quite a lot. What's this announcement? Got an announcement here or something. Oh, right, so the compensation gifts for 137, that was suffered its problems. So, but yeah, 3,400, and that's going to get me my tier 7 Newton. Then obviously I've still got to work on its engine to get the warp range of 230. Oh, sorry, 225. But there's no point in me rushing that until I've got Ops 47, or is it R&D 47, sorry, so I can do the warp range increasement from the official enhanced warp cores in the Galaxy tree. So, and then obviously once I've done the Newton in November, I can bang in the Ops 47. But again, I'm going to have to wait till the end of November for this one, because it's still costing me a fair bit. So it's costing me still 7,000 ore. So it's like even the battle pass that I've got left to do at the minute won't actually give me enough to pull it, because they dropped me off on 6,500. So, but yeah, so I'd still got to work through it, and yeah, so by New Year I'll be Ops 47, and then through through 2024 I'll be working my way up to Ops 49. So taking my time, not rushing it. So right, what part of the mission is he on? I'm sure I sent him to the next system ready. Yeah, I did. Working on one of the core missions. Now, there is one thing I do want to go through, and I want your guys' opinion on this one. Is campaigns. I did put a thread up in Discord, but I did try to record the video a couple of days ago, and I kept hitting a barrier, because in all honesty, right, The campaigns pretty much is missions. Although they are shitty rewards. But I was thinking of like other campaigns where you've actually got to capture ships. Because as we know in this game, when you go after a ship and you've got to disable it, you're actually blowing the damn thing up. So to me, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So here we go, got to kill 45 level, 15 level 45 hostiles. So it's like something like that in a campaign. We could have 15 ships chase us. Instead of me going around killing them in the system. Hey T, you should have held back on your Voyager tiering, so you would always do max pulls for the purple toxins stuff. I don't tier mine till I can get enough each time. Yeah. In all honesty, yes, you're right. I should have held back. But yeah, I don't know. I just kept pressing on. I should have held back, but I like to push on and keep going. Yeah, wish you stayed at a certain tier. Yeah. I'm 57 and only tier 7 Voyager. Yeah, I mean, it makes logical sense. I mean, if you can't afford, oh my god, to get all the biotoxins, the exotic toxins to do the pull, then yeah, it makes sense to hold back. But it's just like, yeah, I just carried on doing it and just, yeah. So, but you're right. I should have held back, built up all the resources and materials, and the special parts, and then I could have just made a big play for a higher tier in one big go. When I could be sure that I could actually get all the biotoxins I wanted. But I was looking at the warp range as well. But yeah, I can't deny I should have held back. It does. It gets so expensive. I mean, it's like the repairs for my Voyager right now is on par with my Valdor and my Kelvin. Yeah, it is. You want that. You wanted that additional crew slot, and now obviously you end up paying for it. But yeah. But like I said, the repair cost for the Voyager now is on par with my Valdor and my Kelvin, around 100,000 tritanium. So 100 million tritanium. 100 million tritanium. So, but yeah, it's just, I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm already at that point, Hugo. I've already managed to get it as far as I can. Let's have a quick look, shall we? Yeah, Voyager repairs. I can't do anything else now until level 51. You wish your repairs were back in the millions. I wish my repairs were back in the hundreds of thousands. Or better yet, the same cost as my Rialta. A little bit of steel. That's it. A tiny little bit of steel. But yeah, so it's like I've already got my base efficiency repairing for Voyager as best as I'm going to get it. So, I mean, as you can see, all I've got left is the cargo bits to do. And I've got the scrapyard. And then I've got Voyager up to 4 million for your Voyager. Yeah, it is expensive. I can't deny that. It is expensive. They literally made Voyager so you had no choice but to pay for it. Whether it was going to be taking out your reserves or... yeah. But that's Scopely for you. They love to do that to you. I mean, it's like my Newton. Yeah, it's tier 6. Nearly tier 7. It's 124 million titanium to repair at the minute. But, yeah. So, look. 8 billion per repair. And my server got a spike. Got spiteful lately. Everyone's hitting grinders. Oh. Are you having a server war now, T? Because that sounds like a server war. You actually have to mine trade. Haven't done that. Yeah. In all honesty, when it comes to mining titanium, yeah. Unless they improve the mining rates, it's really not worth me mining titanium. Literally not worth it. Because to put a ship with a decent cargo hold on it, yeah. And like I said, I mean, like I said, my Newton's 124 million titanium. Yeah, I'm not even going to find those kind of nodes anywhere, and they're going to take days to do the mining. Oh, everyone just hits the other side. Hey, Nuts, welcome in. I was wondering where you were. Yeah, that's if you can find a titanium-rich base. And you're willing to spend hours raiding. Which is something I'm not prepared to do. I can't even get half my grinding done without constantly being interrupted. So it's just easier not to... Either with a Max Nova and every single mining research, mining is way too slow. This section of the game needed an overhaul 5 years ago. Yeah, it did. And I think it comes down on the premise of that Scopely, yes, they can design games and everything, but I mean, to be perfectly honest, Digit's the one who created this game, and I don't think they've got any ideas of how to do these kind of games. I mean, it's like I was looking at Star Trek Armada. I was trying to see if I could get it loaded in my old laptop, but unfortunately it just won't load. It keeps saying I need so much memory space. Well, I've got the memory space. The virtual memory has not been disabled, but yet it won't load. So I've got to wait till I get a PC. Yeah, the pickle. Yeah, I can't wait to pull that one off. And obviously, in 3 months when I get it, I will be doing a video. So that'll be the New Year video. I found a 30 billion trick the other day. 1.5 hours later, only 1 billion taken. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. 1.5 hours to do 1 billion. So if you times that by 30, yeah, you're going to be sat there for a good 2 days trying to drain that base. But yeah, I was looking at Star Trek Armada, and like I said, one of the other YouTubers I watch, Retro Badger, he had a video for one of the Romulus missions, and I sat there thinking, how much simpler was it just to mine dilithium? How much simpler? It never took up a dock. You just built the miner, told it to go mine, And it did it. And when the mine was empty, it went off and found another bloody mine to mine. Why can't we have something like that in this game? Where the miners, you could just attach them to your warehouse. Lube needs me to do an intro. Why do you say that, Nuts? The game has come a long way for over 5 years, but the gameplay is the same. Repetitively play. The banter with the Alliance friends keeps you playing. Yeah, exactly. The game is very repetitive. I can get 1 billion per pull. Yeah, I say, Nuts, you're probably finding a base with trillions on it. Because it's the only way it's the only way you're gonna get it. Because that's the one thing I've noticed, even with the amalgam. And it's still the same with the amalgam. We have to have an auto recall, so when it went 0, come straight back up. Yeah, exactly. We need something like that. There should be a version of the game that is retrofitted to run on Windows 10, 11 system somewhere on the internet. Are you on about Star Trek Armada there? He was looking for people to do his intro for a digital intro. Yeah, I thought he was talking about Star Trek Armada. He hasn't said out to me. I mean, I just keep it simple. I mean, my intro changes quite a lot because I don't have the same solid intro anymore. I should really get that set back up, a set intro, and then also just change the what I actually do, what my video is going to be about. I mean, I don't know how everyone felt about me doing the talk before the actual intro, before music. Yeah, you've got a max amalgam. Yeah. But like I said, even pulling 1 billion with your amalgam, you still need to be hitting a base with trillions in it. Absolutely trillions. And it's like, I can tell you now, let's get rid of this conversation here. If you take my resources right now, and you come out with an amalgam, a maxed out amalgam, I guarantee you it's still going to take you several hours to drain me. Several hours. Because obviously the amalgam, the amount of loot you take out the base shrinks with the more loot you take out my base. So it's like if you take a billion out this run, your next one is going to be just under 1 billion. And then your third one's going to be even lower than that. To me, what I would actually like, and I've said this multiple times, I would like just offer my service and trade for a laptop. Yeah, no, that it. To be honest, making an intro like it's like piece of cake, but it's got to go with what he wants as well. And bear in mind, I'm doing it on my phone. I haven't got half the stuff, so it's like I can't throw nuts across the screen for him. I don't have no trouble repairing any of my buildings, anything that requires it. Yeah. I mean, the one thing is nuts, your server is probably very active and there's probably some big spenders on there as well. So they're probably very active when it comes to base raiding, and so it's probably easy for you to get it. They need to upgrade as more and more resources in the game since the start. Yeah, they do. There is more resources in the game. And like I said, I've got 2.7 2.7 trillion steel there. But yeah, if we actually go look at my back stocks right now, if we can get the game to bloody load. So, I mean, you can see here, I've got around about 600 billion in steel. I've got around about 77 billion in titanium. And then I've got around about 13, 14 billion in dilithium. So it's like, if I got raided, I can replace my losses, not a problem. But then I'd have to say, but to be perfectly honest, right, most of this didn't take me long to save up, a couple of months at best. So Max Amalgam has the ability to take 0.1% of 100%. Exactly. The resource in your base. So it's 1/10 of 100%, of 1%. In real numbers, 1 million par steel gets you 1,000 par steel. Exactly. So then you work out, right, so we're going to go based on that mass there. So we're going to take 1 million, right? So, and you're going to say 1,000 par steel. So, oh, I didn't want that. So 1 million divided by 1,000 is 1,000. Let's times that by 5 seconds. 5 seconds. So it's going to be 5,000 seconds. Let's put that into minutes. 83.3 minutes. And it's going to take you to drain 1 million. Based on that ratio that you've just said there, Hugo. Now, would you agree with the maths that I've just done? Would you agree with it? The goal is no longer to drain a base. The goal is to get all you can until you get tired and then come back later. Yeah. I don't want to do that because then that's a job incomplete. That's a job half done for me. No, not quite. Because the amount in the base gets less each time. So it takes even longer. Exactly, yeah. Okay, so your bottom line then is going to be 83 minutes and 20 seconds. Don't forget, that's only 5 seconds for raiding the base on each turn, right? Now add on your travel time between their base and your base. Now, if you're right next to each other, that's like a split second. But if you're on the opposite side of the system, because you can't get, you're on another planet because you can't get to it. You go for the smash. I don't blame you. I mean, if that's what if you're happy with doing that, that's fine. Hey, High Tone, welcome in, buddy. But yeah, so as a bottom line, not including any travel time, 83 minutes. 83 minutes. Yeah, fly back and forth on top of that, so you use time by clicking and lag. Yeah, exactly. So you're probably looking at an hour and a half already. So, yeah, I can't say. We do have an officer that boosts that ability. Betor. And, yeah. I still think it's crap. And we've even got the assimilated amalgam skin, which also boosts it even further. But it's still pathetically crap to me. So, it's just like... I literally can't say too much good for the amalgam. So, but yeah. But yeah, so I'd be looking at... So... Nuts. Let's take a ballpark figure. When you go to crack a base, give me one of your best amounts of resources in that base. Just a total, an example of the total resources in that base. What would be the ballpark number on it? Because that would be the curious bit. I really need to stop drinking juice at a minute because I'm going to end up running to the toilet every hour through the night. In order to get enough from raiding the base, you're going to raid bases A couple hundred of trillions. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. So this is why I'm curious about how much resources a base has that Nuts is hitting. Because it'd be kind of interesting to see how long it... well, see what he's taking on, then how long it takes him to raid that base with his maxed out amalgam. Who does that? Move your base, but to each other. Okay. I mean, yeah, it is each to their own. You've got 10 trillion showing, 2 of which is titanium. I wouldn't even raid a base like mine outside of a war and incursions. Too busy. Exactly. Not a lot of players have got that time to raid a base. I certainly haven't got the time. Because like I say, I can't even do standard grinding during the day. The worst grind I have is the Borg. That's the worst grind I have in the game at the minute. And that even if I'm solid on it, to fill my cargo bay will take me around about 45 minutes to grind out the Borg. If the base has 100 trillion power steel, titanium dilithium, would you get quite a lot of resources with each scoop? Yes, you'd easily hit a couple of billion. Easy. You'd easily hit a couple of billion out of that. So you should easily hit a couple of billion. My next building is costing me 5.4 trillion power steel to upgrade. How long do you think it would take me to raid that? Good luck finding such a base. Yeah. 5.4 trillion. I'd say 2 hours. Maybe 3 using a maxed out amalgam. Who knows we at war and we take your base as a trophy. Yeah, I'd love to see that come into the game. I would. Capture bases. And then what you do is you give the defeated player a construction ship to go out, take their base, take that construction ship to another system and deploy a new base there. And then they just have to rebuild all the buildings back to the and it'll as soon as you right. Let's get my base up. Right, let's get my base up. Right. So you've gone to a system and you decide to open your base up. It gives you a flat base, right? And all you have to do is just put your buildings back on the map and it will automatically put them there. So like the closest one to me is going to be the scrapyard. It's saying mine's level 45. So as soon as I rebuild the scrapyard, it's going to go straight to level 45. Doesn't cost anything to put your base back together. But obviously you've lost everything. Raid, all gas, crystal and platinum. Yeah, Bandit, you're going to find players flying out the game. They won't tolerate that kind of a raid. Literally, they won't. As much as it would be nice, they won't. Get your base stolen and start level 1. A nightmare. Yeah, this is why I'm thinking. When I originally had the idea of this one, I thought the same thing, go straight back to level 1. But then I thought, no, hang on. You can't do that because you will lose players. So you put your buildings back and it automatically puts them at the level that they was at originally. But the person who stole your base has got the chance to disassemble your base and take all your resource and materials. So, I mean, it could be a case of when they break your base down for the resource and materials, they could actually get the materials and the resources that you've already paid into your base out as a prize. I mean, just as an idea. So, say like, let's take this building here. So, all the uncommon ore, all the rare ore that I've pumped into this building, not just to go to level 45, but all the previous levels as well, I get all those materials, all the resources that I pumped into this as well for this particular building when I break it down. So that's 12.1 billion already in there. I mean, it's on the system, but how much every single player has actually spent on their bases and everything. I only count the trades anyways. The last raid I had was pulling around about 140 million just for trades in about half an hour. Ah, that's not bad. For about half an hour. That's not too bad, that. 140 million. Yeah, so... yeah, fair whack. That'll give me 1 Newton repair at least. That's another thing. When people on my team get rated, we have to open... oh, raided. We have to open up another base to feed them and get it back. Get them back into the fighting weight. Yeah, why not? Yeah, Scopy would never allow that. Yeah, they wouldn't. In all honesty, they wouldn't. So they wouldn't allow my kind of an idea. So, but yeah, I mean, capturing bases would be nice. Oh, actually destroying the base, not just destroying the guns, so they have to repair the guns, but actually destroying the base itself, so it's left in space, battered and bruised and broken. Well and truly broken. But hell no, that's ridiculous. Yeah, it is in the mechanics of this game. It is in the mechanics of this game. It's ridiculous. But when you think back to the likes of Command and Conquer, okay, yes, fine, you didn't get the resources and materials for scrapping buildings. But when you captured buildings, I sound lazy. I'm tired. Gotta admit that one. But the one thing is, if I sat down, I'd be falling asleep right now. So, I'll stay stood up tonight. But yeah, so... I mean, I suppose they could actually put like an offset amount of resources and materials for scrapping particular buildings of a base that you've just captured. So... or you could run it as a second base. So... but there's so many different things you could actually do about this. You actually thought that was a mechanic. I don't blame. To be honest, I wish that was in the game. I really do wish that was in the game. For half an hour, didn't finish, and it went down to 90 million. Yeah. That does actually sound about right, nuts. While a neat concept, players would be way pissed to have a base broken down. Depending on the person, they could have spent thousands on one building, depending on how fast they advance in ops. Yeah. I mean, there is a lot of downsides to a few of the ideas that I actually have. Yeah. That would be nice. Rather than this Poxy Armada style against the Lion Star bases. Yeah, I'd say it would be nice in the lower levels, but... yeah. I mean, to me, it's just like... there's no... it's supposed to be a strategy game, right? But yet the strategy is very limited. And the problem is as well, they're making it even more limited with all the strike teams and everything. Are you skiing about talking about taking everything out of the base and leaving nothing behind, being able to do it in 10 minutes sounds lazy. That's not lazy. They call it scoop and run. Yeah, empty bases. Absolutely empty it as fast as I mentioned earlier, right? I don't know if you was actually watching those, but I mentioned earlier about when it comes to raiding bases, right? Compare it to robbing a bank. Crooks do not hang around stealing out of a bank. They're in, straight in the safe, well, as fast as possible, fill their bags up, and they leg it before the police can catch them. If the police turn up, they're not getting out there alive unless they surrender. So, yeah, unfortunately, High Tone Scopely couldn't afford me. They literally couldn't afford me. Because it's like, I'm literally going through my head about a refit arc, which will change a lot of the mechanics in the game. PvP is definitely harder. It is. But there's no strategy to it anymore. There's no strategy. All it is what ship am I using? That'll determine the strike team I use. That is it. There's no strategy. Yeah, like I say, they won't be able to afford me. Literally not be able to afford me. But no, there's no strategy in this game anymore. And it's supposed to be a strategy-based game. So it's like, how do you take on the bigger players? Well, you can't, because they're going to run the strike teams. You can't get past them. Where's the strategy? You disagree with the... Okay, yeah, I'd be interested to see that. I'd be interested to see that screenshot. Yeah, just sending me out to annoy Wells. Yeah, exactly. But to me, the strategy is, I mean, we've got... I mean, it's like... Even the missions are so relatively easy to complete now with the amount of power your ships have gained. But it's like we've got all these different officers that we no longer use, that they've just been made all redundant. But it's like before you could look at it and think, oh, I might use Kieron for his captain's ability against another player. Now, what is the point? There's no point to it, because the other player's got a strike team. They just come in and go, bang, see you later. Off you go. Next. The best heist they have is to make multiple trips to get all the loot. I've never known a bank robbery take multiple trips to empty. They usually do it in one big run. Now, obviously, right, okay. So I'm going to take that logic, right, and I'm going to throw it over to Star Trek Enterprise when they had that episode with the Ferengi, and they just knocked the crew out, and they were taking hours to decide what they were going to take and things like that. So yeah, I can get it from that point of view. But then let's take it to season 3, when they had at the beginning of season 3, what was the name of that race? They'd become pirates. They had to teach themselves how to become pirates. They attacked Enterprise, disabled it. Oh no, actually, so Enterprise got disabled by the anomalies, didn't it? But they came in, got what they wanted off the ship as fast as possible, and got out. They didn't hang around, and as soon as they started encountering resistance, they got out of there. They took what they had and went. Base repair would just consume the titanium, dilithium, common crystal, common ore, common gas. That could work. Yeah, but the one thing is the commons nowadays are just as rare as a decent amount of latinum for free-to-play players. At my level, PvP strategy, Freeman, Onagad, Worf, and Lorca is your overnight mining crew. Because this indie crippled enterprise, Archer had to take drastic measures. Yeah, he did. But they didn't take out. But the aliens didn't take hours to raid Enterprise. Yes, fine. Enterprise took a little bit of time getting all this stuff back from the pirate stronghold, but the pirates still ended up coming back in and attacking Enterprise. And if Enterprise was at full power, that alien ship would have stood no chance. But yeah, I mean, there is a strategy to dealing with the Freeman. I will say, there is that strategy to dealing with Freeman. The Great Train Robbery. I've heard of it, but I've not actually seen the film. The Death Star went poop on one little shot. Yeah, exactly. Nausicaans raided the Enterprise. No, it wasn't the Nausicaans. It was the... Oh, freaking hell. I can't remember. Got an idea. Let's ask Dr. Google. Who raided the Enterprise in season 3? Right, so episodes, Anomaly, oh god. Now Wikipedia started asking for money. So I keep thinking Corvallians, but I don't think it is a Corvallians. Osarians. It was the Osarians. Yeah, the Nauticans raided the not the North Star. It was the Fortunate. It was the Fortunate. But yes, so there was the Nauticans raiding in there. So, but it's like I say, they don't take the time. They're in, grab and go. They fill up as much as they can. So, but yeah, I would actually like to see more decent base raiding coming in. But yes, it's like I would come up with a refit arc for this game. One to try and sort out some of the lag, but another one as well is change some of the game mechanics, like get these miners off the bloody docks and attach to sort of like the warehouses, the refinery, and things like that. So I just seen me Admiral saying something about an update on the iPad. So he's probably not updated it or something like that, and he's had to add it on. No, exactly. Tearing up a ship shouldn't take a dock whatsoever. No. North Star was the name of an episode in season 3, but the ECS Fortunate was the home of Travis Mayweather. Was it Fortunate? Oh, right. Here we go. The white class freighters. Fortunate Son. Oh my god. Google doesn't make it easy to actually find these things. The name might be right, but the CGI was a North Star. Yeah, that was one of them. I believe that was that's the one the Nauticans raided, the one you're on about. Mayweather's was definitely an older ship. So I always end up asking Google some right weird questions.
Pick up a 12-pack of Coca-Cola Original for only £6.49, or Coca-Cola Zero or Diet Coke for just £4.49. Offer available until the 18th of October.
Right, so let's have a look. So they went. Just trying to find the name of it. Right, so it's actually telling me the Fortunate was the one that the Nauticans raided. And ECS Horizon. Travis Mayweather was on the ECS Horizon, and it was the Fortunate. Sorry, folks, we should put that topic aside and clear that outside of the show. Yeah, I saw one come through, T. So there's a Tribune against the Sanctus, and both running the same crew. Okay. So a tier 10 Tribune took out a tier 7 Sanctus. That's actually impressive, considering the tier 7 Sanctus is actually like about what, 4 times stronger? I'm guessing that was going to come to the below decks on that one, and obviously the amount of research as well. So yeah, that's actually kind of an interesting one. That Sting and the Cerritos. Oh yeah, well I suppose you could actually say strategy based on using support ships is also a good one as well. So there are a lot of screenshots of impossible kills. Yeah, there are a lot. And I look and think, well, how the freaking heck are you doing that? But it's like, then I've got to load out a dock with the Cerritos, a dock with the Mantis. I've got to take them into the same system as the ship that I'm actually trying to kill, along with my primary battleship that I'm going to use to kill with. That's like 3 ships to take on one, to affect the outcome of one target. So it just seems like a lot. Approach the conflict can be just as strategic. Yeah, it can be. It can be. So yeah, I will concede that point. I will concede that point. But it's like you used to come out with your crews, and what crew do you use on your ship and things like that. It's not a case of, hey Kay, welcome in, buddy. Not a case of right, I need to take 3 ships to one fight. That's like Boris Johnson taking COVID to one of his Partygate problems. I have 1 for crew 2. Okay. 1 for crew 2. No extra ships for you to consider. Yeah, okay. I'm not doing too bad, to be honest, Kay. Most of that up there, that 10 mil power, is based on research. It's literally research. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's interesting. A tier 6 Sanctus against a tier 6 Rotaran. Kang, HD Wolf, and Harrison. Okay. That is interesting. All right, now, Bandit, thank you for joining us, buddy. Oh, you've been slacking, have you, Kay? Also, I think I have to start solo Mardas one day. Yeah, I probably would. I'd say a lot of mine is obviously through the Bajoran tree. I've not. Last month, I've been doing the Borg solo. I started bringing the Borg solo Mardas in. So yeah. I get a fair bit of materials out of the Bajoran tree. Got some stuff now working towards my command center, ready for when I finally unlock Admiral Kirk. But yeah. Wow, 200,000 on 4-star uncommon. Jesus Christ, man. That you're gonna be blasting some points on that one. The question is though, have you got the speed ups and the latinum to actually help you with that? By the way, I love to learn the type. I learned to love the Titan buff. It took me quite a while, but combined with Cerritos and Max Fortified, I can triple the amount of shields and also regenerate shields up to 30% of that new value. And yes, it even works in PvP, but you don't use it for that. Still only 20 million points, most server leaderboards. on my server go for like 50 million. Ouch. Yeah, that's what you call proper spending. So, but yeah, you obviously the one things you've got to take into account is when you've got all these materials to spend on your solo leaderboards for those spend events is, have you got enough speed ups and latinum to actually speed everything up to actually, you know, so you get more done? Have you actually got enough buildings and research to actually offset it, or even ship components to actually upgrade? Because your ship components are the one that actually cost the most in materials. So it's like the one I did for, was it when I did the Newton, was it Billups? Went straight from tier level 1 straight up to tier 6. One tier higher than I was originally expecting to go. So yeah, so you got plenty of research. Believe it or not, that research will actually help you a lot. That's what, like I said, that's what mine is. I do between 1 and 3 pieces a day. Literally, just cycling it through. So I've got 35,000 latinum in the hold now. I'll get another 12,500 tomorrow morning. And then that'll blast the research that I've got in. Then I'll go put another 3 pieces of research in. You do 1 research in 3 days. Okay, I mean, yeah, I mean, if that's the rate that you want to work at, then that's absolutely fine. Me, I like to work at the rate of 1 research a day. So, I mean, it's like, if we just expand this one, I've got these 3 pieces of research going right now. Odds beta, high decking, and deck support. And on a normal round, on a normal day, for the amount of latinum that I get, I'd clear one of these off and put a new one in. And I'd have 3 different pieces of research with different speeds on them. So, but at the minute, like I say, tomorrow I'll be able to clear off all 3 researches and bang in a separate 3. You're the strongest 46 in your alliance. Believe it or not, okay, so am I. So am I. So, I mean, we did. And if we go on to power, and we go down, try and find me. So, look what I'm surrounded by. 49s, a 50, 40, more 49s, then a 48. So that's actually the best level 43 I've seen. But it's like, I'm surrounded by the 49s. I'm the strongest 46 in my alliance. And I know if I went to 49, which I can't do right now, I still need a fair few things. But if I went to 49 now, I would actually shoot up in power and I'd literally overtake a lot of those 49s. I would overtake them. In fact, I'd probably become as powerful as some of our G5 players. So that's how high I could potentially go based on my research. And officers is also another good one that you need to think about. 49 requires rare ACC parts, right? Yeah. I've already got that building. You need a level 44 ACC. I've already got it. And I'm working... I'm working on getting those tactical cores. And to be perfectly honest, I would highly recommend you check out Lube's video on acquiring directives. Because I follow his method on doing it. That's how I've been able to get mine shot up so fast. obviously I'm struggling at the minute when it comes to Armadas, but given the fact that now they've sorted out the timers on the G4 Armadas, I can go after the 51 epics, and I'll get it when I've actually got an Armada. So let's have a quick gander at what I've got available. One research a day. I can only second that. There's way too much research stuff to do. There is so much, and it's like on free to play path. It's like, don't worry about the rest of it. It's like when I mentioned about the chronometric particles in the video for territories and over the season pass. Is it worth getting that elite side? Yes. But do you really need it? No. You've got plenty of other research, and by the time you get round to doing that new research, you're going to have enough chronometric particles to do a fair bit, and then move on to back onto other research. It's still hard to find the epics on your server. Wow. So yeah, so I've got a rare epic Armada. I'll do that tomorrow. Bang the Newton out tomorrow afternoon. Off we go, do that, and yeah, get the loot off that. The best way I can show you this, and in all honesty, right, Lube actually shows this off in his video as well. But if we go into Alliance, and I can't show you the epic because, yeah, but look at the costs of these chests, okay? Look at the costs, right? It's ridiculous. For 30,000 rare credits, I can do the G3 chest, but out of that G3 chest, I'm going to get far more epic directives out of it than I'll get out of this chest. So it's like in this chest you get 5, 10, 15 and 20. Way too small. I can't show you the G3 ones because obviously I collect them tomorrow morning. It's like the uncommon packs. I won't touch the G4 one because the amount of rare directives in it is shockingly crap. I got a better chance using the G3 one. But I'll do a high level, a level 50 rare Armada. The leader chest will get me enough credits so I can pull that this G3 rare one for about a week and a half. That's how much I'll get out of it. The epic one is more on chance, but in all honesty, you still get more than 150. You will still get every pull I've done so far. I've always broke well over 100, well over 200. Well over 200. So for me, it comes down to which is more efficient. Trying to fight my way to do this on the limited number of rare credits that rare directives I can get, and in turn get a shoddy return on epics, or on the limited amount of rares that I can get, do the G3 rare pull to get a much better return in epics, do the epics, and I'll get a better return from the epic chest. I mean, I'll have to show the Lube, but I guarantee Lube has done a video on this, and it explains it pretty well. Can't grumble, and I will get round to doing a video at some point when I remember to do it. And remember not to pull the chests in the morning first, so I can actually do them all at the same time. But obviously it's going to be another, what, 2.5 days, is it? Oh, 2 days, 5 hours. before I can actually do another epic pull. But yeah, in all honesty, that G4 epic is actually it for the rare tactical cores. It's better sourcing than the G4 rare. It is better sourcing. So, but anyway, on that note, it is time to wrap up. Thank you everybody for joining me tonight. Don't forget to smash the like button on the way out and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you do wish to donate to the channel, obviously all donations are greatly appreciated and thank you very much. They will go towards the channel. And yeah, the links are in the stream's description. But so yeah, when you manage to build the Armada building up to level 46, you gain access to a nice epic loot bonus. Nice. So that's what I'm working on, getting it up. I'm trying to keep it in line with where I am at right now. So obviously getting it to 46, preferably before I go Ops 47, will be a great help for me. But anyway, thank you everyone for joining me. I'm Admiral Pegasus. This is the Pegasus Show. Stay safe, live long and prosper, and I shall catch you on the next video. Goodbye.